Walter Edwards, Mount Adams, August 22nd,
Yep.
Saturday. So tell me how you feel right now.
Definitely tired. We've been going at it. We've been out here for 9.5 hours trying to get through the same section. This view that you see behind me is the view I've been looking at for, I don't know, since 1:30, since our hour and a half into the trek. And we are up at about 8,500 feet right now. Bitchin' view, as you can see. But definitely a little demoralized, a little disappointed. We did some recon today, which ended up being recon as we got lost.
Never got lost.
Not got lost.
Dead blind alleys.
Blind alleys. Some navigation couldn't get around.
Whose fault was that?
It's Grant's fault. All Grant's fault.
It was definitely Grant's fault. No
it was
question.
Nobody else's fault except Grant. All Grant.
Grant owns that.
The part along the cliff where we almost died, or it seemed like we almost died, or we were a little sketchy. That was unpleasant.
Would you characterize that as panic or just overwhelming anxiety? How would you describe your...
Yeah, a bit of overall anxiety, so I'm glad that we're alive and nothing actually happened. There was some sketchy sections where it was I don't know, what was that, 500-foot drop-off?
Yeah, what made it scary? That was it the drop-off or what?
It was the drop-off and the fact that every place you put your foot, the earth beneath you slid really quickly.
And there was no real way to stop yourself if
No.
it started to move?
There was nothing. Everything just moved. You just had to move faster than the ground.
Why were we down there?
Trying to follow the Ridge of Wonders. Trying to get down to the Ridge of Wonders so we could slide down embankment to get back across the big muddy, and then get back onto the trail at some point on the other side. So,
now you're used to accomplishing your objectives, right? As an ultra runner, you do this sort of epic volcano You've done the Wonderland. You've done St. Helens, you've done the Western States, Coyote Foreplay, Chuckanut,
yeah,
Siona Divide. So to be defeated by a 35-mile, something we could have done in a day here, is pretty disappointing.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing.
What do you think the fundamental basis of that is? That you didn't follow your judgment? Yeah,
we didn't follow the directions from a trekking book.
And that was you believe we should have done that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I like the idea of coming up high. I mean, the Green Trails map showed us coming up high, so we did that, got some great views. But ultimately, I had some reservations about coming up high, but I didn't. I also was excited to kind of go up to the high alpine stuff, but if we would have followed that guy's directions, we probably would have been on our way. We would be, almost done with this thing. Maybe about 2 hours to go.
So what do you think about the scenery?
Scenery is pretty amazing. I mean, it's 360-degree view all around me. There's Hood over there, and what's the one behind it?
Jefferson.
Rainier would be just around the other side if we got there.
These are the pinnacles, I think, right?
Yeah, it looks like that's the pinnacles.
You can see the Yakima River Valley, and you can see the Columbia River Gorge, and the
desert out there.
The beautiful desert out into northern Oregon.
And here in the glaciers crack and pop. That was pretty cool. So, we might go back to camp a night and hit it again tomorrow and try and actually get this bitch knocked out.
Well, it was inspiring, Walter. I have to tell you, first of all, I'm very sorry that I took you to many places we shouldn't have been, but it was an honor to give it a go with you. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day.
It was great. Good time.